They say, the way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. And isn't that true? Think about the last time you woke up in a rush, checking your phone, skipping breakfast, running late. How did the rest of your day feel? Chaotic, stressful, unproductive. Now compare it to a day when you woke up with calm, clarity, and intention. The difference is like night and day. This is the power of mindful mornings, the simple yet transformative act of starting your day with awareness rather than autopilot. Mindfulness in the morning doesn't mean 2 hours of yoga or climbing a mountain before breakfast. It's about small, intentional practices that shape the quality of your mind, your energy, and your focus. Let me share with you 5 mindful practices that can shape your day's success. Begin with gratitude. A word we hear often, but one we sometimes forget to practice, especially in the busyness of our mornings. Yet, starting your day with gratitude is one of the most powerful and transformative habits you can cultivate. Why? Because it doesn't just change your morning. It changes your mind, your relationships, and your overall outlook on life. Think about how most of us wake up. The alarm goes off, we reach for our phone, we scroll through emails, messages, or news, and before our feet even touch the ground, our mind is already racing with stress, comparisons, or complaints. I didn't sleep enough. I have too much to do today. Why does life feel so overwhelming? That's how our day begins, with scarcity and frustration. And the truth is, when we start in this state of mind, the whole day tends to carry the same energy. But now imagine a different start. You open your eyes, stretch, and before anything else, you pause and ask yourself, what am I grateful for right now? Maybe it's the comfort of your bed, the fact that you woke up healthy, the loved ones in your life, the opportunities waiting for you, or even the simple gift of a new sunrise. In that moment, your perspective shifts. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you recognize what's already present. Instead of scarcity, you choose abundance. Science actually backs this up. Studies in positive psychology show that practicing gratitude can rewire the brain. It activates neural pathways linked to dopamine and serotonin, in the chemicals that regulate happiness and well-being. People who start their day with gratitude not only report feeling more positive, but they also handle stress better, build stronger connections with others, and even sleep more peacefully at night. In other words, gratitude is not just a nice feeling, it's a mental training tool that equips you for success. Let me share a simple practice. Each morning, before you check your phone or start rushing, take 1 minute, just 60 seconds, to think of 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be grand. In fact, the smaller, the better. Maybe it's your morning coffee, the smile of a loved one, or simply the breath moving in and out of your lungs. Speak them out loud or write them down in a journal. This practice creates a ripple effect. You step into the day with a heart that is full, not empty. And when your heart is full, your interactions become warmer, your challenges seem smaller, and your goals feel more achievable. Gratitude also changes the way you interact with people. Imagine going into work with a mindset of appreciation instead of frustration. Instead of seeing coworkers as obstacles, you see them as allies. Instead of dreading tasks, you see them as opportunities. Gratitude shifts relationships from transactional to meaningful, because when you're grateful, you naturally become more patient, kind, and understanding. And let's not forget, gratitude is contagious. When you start your morning with it, you spread it. A smile to the barista, a thank you to a colleague, a moment of kindness to a stranger. These small acts ripple outward, creating an environment where positivity grows. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up, try this. Before you let the weight of the world fall on your shoulders, pause, place your hand on your heart, breathe deeply, and name 3 things you are grateful for. It could be as simple as, I'm grateful for this new day. I'm grateful for the people who care about me. I'm grateful for the strength to try again. This practice won't erase life's problems, but it will change the way you approach them. Gratitude doesn't deny difficulties. It gives you the strength to rise above them. And when gratitude becomes your morning habit, you'll find that the rest of your day is shaped not by chaos or fear, but by calmness, resilience, and joy. Because gratitude, my friends, is not just about saying thank you, it's about saying yes. Yes to life, yes to the present moment, yes to the abundance that is already here. And when you begin your day with yes, success naturally follows. Breathe before you begin breathing. Something so simple, so natural, so automatic that most of us don't even notice it. Yet, within those quiet breaths lies a secret power, a power to shape not just your morning, but the way you carry yourself through the entire day. Have you ever woken up and immediately felt your mind racing? Thoughts about deadlines, family responsibilities, or unfinished tasks rushing in before you've even had your first sip of water. It's as if the world barges into your head without knocking. And when that happens, your body reacts. Your heart beats faster, your muscles tense, your breath becomes shallow. Without realizing it, you've already stepped into stress before the day has even begun. But here's the truth. The way you breathe is the way you live. Shallow, rapid breaths feed anxiety. Deep, slow breaths invite calm. And the beautiful thing is, every morning you have a choice. Before you dive into the noise of life, you can pause, connect with your breath, and give yourself the gift of presence. Science confirms this. When you take slow, deep breaths, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, often called the rest and restore system. It tells your brain and body, you are safe, you can relax, you can focus. Just 3 to 5 intentional breaths can lower your stress hormones, reduce blood pressure, and boost mental clarity. Think of it as a reset button for your mind and body, a way to start your day with balance rather than imbalance. Now, let me share a simple practice you can try tomorrow morning. When you wake up, before reaching for your phone or rushing out of bed, place one hand on your chest and one on your stomach. Close your eyes. Inhale slowly through your nose, letting your belly rise, then exhale gently through your mouth. Do this 3 to 5 times with full attention on the sensation of breathing. That's it. Just a minute of conscious breathing. And yet, that minute has the power to change the rhythm of your whole day. What happens in that short practice? First, your mind slows down. Instead of being dragged into the future, into worries, tasks, and deadlines, you anchor yourself in the present moment. Second, your body softens. Tension in your neck, shoulders, and chest begins to release. Third, your emotions shift. Instead of starting from agitation, you start from calm awareness. Think of it like this. Your breath is the conductor of the orchestra that is your life. If the conductor is frantic, the music is chaotic. But when the conductor is steady, the music flows beautifully. By taking control of your breath, you're taking control of the tempo of your day. Breathing also builds resilience. Because life, no matter how mindful we try to be, will still throw challenges at us. Someone will cut you off in traffic. Emails will pile up. Deadlines will loom. But if you have trained yourself each morning to pause and breathe before you begin, you've already built a reservoir of calm that you can draw upon during stressful moments. You'll notice that instead of reacting with panic, you'll respond with clarity. Instead of snapping at others, you'll choose patience. And let's not forget, your breath is always with you. Unlike meditation apps, journals, or gym routines, you don't need equipment, time slots, or special training. All you need is awareness. The breath is the most portable mindfulness tool you will ever have, available in every moment, wherever you are. So tomorrow, before you jump into the rush of your to-do list, give yourself permission to pause. To breathe, to begin with intention, not autopilot. You don't have to do it perfectly. You don't have to do it for an hour. Even a few mindful breaths can shift your inner world from chaos to clarity. Remember this, you can't control every event that will happen today, but you can control how you meet it and that meeting begins with your breath. When you breathe before you begin, you send yourself a powerful message. I am here, I am calm, I am ready. And with that simple ritual, you set the stage for a day shaped not by stress, but by steady, mindful success. Move your body, awaken your energy. When most people think of mornings, they think of sluggishness, the heavy eyes, the stiff body, the groggy mind that struggles to shake off sleep. And yet, within those first few moments of waking lies one of the greatest opportunities to ignite your energy for the entire day. That opportunity comes through movement. Now, let me be clear. Movement does not mean you need to run a marathon at sunrise or spend an hour in the gym. It doesn't mean you have to force yourself into a grueling workout that drains you before the day has even started. What it does mean is this: giving your body the chance to wake up fully, to stretch, to flow, to breathe, to come alive. Think of your body as a vehicle. If you expect it to take you through a full day of work, challenges, and responsibilities, you can't just hit the gas without warming it up. Just as a car engine performs better when it's warmed, your body performs better when it's gently activated in the morning. Movement clears away the cobwebs of sleep, pumps oxygen through your system, and sparks energy that ripples into your mind and emotions. Science confirms what many of us already feel intuitively. When you move your body, even just a little, you increase blood circulation, improve focus, and boost endorphins, the natural feel-good chemicals. This means movement doesn't just wake up your muscles, it wakes up your mood. Suddenly, that mental fog lifts, and you feel sharper, lighter, more prepared for the challenges ahead. So what kind of movement should you do in the morning? The answer is simple: anything that awakens you. For some, it's yoga gentle stretches that open the spine and release tension. For others, it's a brisk walk outside, greeting the fresh air and the rising sun. For another person, it might be a short dance in the kitchen, or even 5 minutes of jumping jacks or push-ups beside the bed. There's no one right way, only the way that gets your body out of stillness and into flow. Let me give you a practical example. Imagine 2 different mornings. In the first, you wake up, skip breakfast, rush to get ready, and slump into your chair to begin work. Your body is stiff, your energy is low, and your mind feels like it's moving through mud. In the second morning, you spend just 10 minutes stretching, maybe doing a few twists, a few bends, and a walk around your room. Your heart rate rises slightly, your lungs fill with air, and your posture shifts upright. By the time you sit down to start your day, your body feels alive, your mind alert, your mood brighter. Which day do you think leads to greater success? Movement also teaches a powerful mental lesson. Momentum creates momentum. When you push your body to move, even in small ways, you send a message to your brain: I can take action, I can move forward, I can generate energy instead of waiting for it to come. And that attitude spills into everything you do. Suddenly, you don't just wait for motivation to show up, you create it. There is also something deeply grounding about moving in the morning. When you stretch, breathe, or walk mindfully, you connect to your physical self, the part of you that often gets ignored in the rush of emails, deadlines, and digital screens. Movement reminds you that you are not just a mind trapped in tasks. You are a body with strength, with rhythm, with vitality. And let's not overlook the joy factor. Movement doesn't have to be rigid or serious. Put on your favorite song and dance for 3 minutes. Step outside barefoot and feel the ground. Swing your arms, loosen your shoulders, or simply sway. Joyful movement infuses the morning with playfulness, which is often the missing ingredient in adult life. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself, how can I move my body in a way that wakes up my energy? Start small, stretch in bed, walk around your room, or take a few deep squats while brushing your teeth. Over time, you'll notice something magical. That simple act of moving your body awakens not just your muscles, but your motivation, your clarity, and your confidence. Because when your body is alive, your mind becomes alive. And when your mind is alive, the whole day becomes a canvas of possibility. So move your body, awaken your energy, and watch how your mornings transform into a powerful springboard for success. Set an intention, not just a to-do list every morning. Millions of people around the world start their day by writing a to-do list. Meetings, emails, errands, projects. It's all there, neatly written down, waiting to be checked off. And while lists can keep us organized, they often miss something essential. A list tells us what to do, but it doesn't remind us how to be. That's where intention comes in. Setting an intention is different from writing tasks. It's about asking, who do I want to show up as today? Do I want to be calm? Do I want to be patient? Do I want to be focused, kind, or courageous? A to-do list manages your schedule. An intention manages your spirit. And the truth is, you can complete every single task on your list and still feel unfulfilled if you didn't live with intention. Think about it. Have you ever had a day where you checked all the boxes, got everything done, but at the end of the day, you still felt exhausted, irritable, or empty? That happens because you lived by tasks, but not by values. You did the what, but forgot the why. Setting an intention brings back the why. It turns your day into more than just a list of duties. It becomes a reflection of who you want to be. Here's an example. Let's say your to-do list looks like this. Respond to 10 emails, attend 3 meetings, finish the presentation, buy groceries. That list keeps you busy, yes. But if your intention for the day is, I choose to be calm and compassionate today, then suddenly those same tasks look different. You're not just answering emails. You're communicating with patience. You're not just attending meetings. You're bringing calm energy to the table. You're not just buying groceries. You're showing kindness to the cashier. The tasks don't change, but the quality of how you do them transforms completely. Setting an intention doesn't take long. In fact, it can be as simple as taking 1 minute in the morning, placing your hand over your heart and asking, what do I want to bring into today? You might choose one word, peace, focus, kindness, strength, or a short phrase like, today I choose clarity over confusion, or today I will practice patience. Once set, that intention becomes a compass, quietly guiding your actions no matter what chaos comes your way. Now, why is this important in the morning? Because mornings are the foundation of your day. If you don't set an intention, the world will set one for you. Emails will decide your mood. News headlines will dictate your energy. Other people's urgency will define your priorities. But when you choose your intention first, you reclaim your power. You step into the day with clarity instead of being pulled in every direction. Science also supports this practice. Research in cognitive psychology shows that people who prime their minds with intention before tasks perform better, handle stress more effectively, and report higher satisfaction at the end of the day. Why? Because they approach challenges not just with strategy, but with purpose. Let me share a simple practice. Tomorrow morning, write your to-do list as you normally would. Then at the top of the page, write your intention. Something like, I will move through this day with patience and focus. Each time you feel overwhelmed, glance back at that intention. It reminds you that you're not defined by your tasks. You're defined by the energy and values you bring into them. Intentions also protect you from burnout. A list pushes you to do more. An intention reminds you to pause, breathe, and realign. It brings balance between achievement and meaning, between productivity and presence. So yes, keep your lists. They're useful, but don't stop there. Go deeper. Each morning, set an intention that aligns with your heart. Because when you shape your day with intention, you won't just finish tasks. You'll finish the day knowing you lived in alignment with who you truly want to be. Remember this, a to-do list creates motion. An intention creates direction. And together, they don't just shape your day. They shape your success. Nourish, don't neglect too often. Mornings become a race. The alarm rings, and before we even take a proper breath, we're already rushing. Checking emails, skipping breakfast, multitasking through routines, and running out the door with our energy on empty. In the chaos, there's one thing many of us forget, to nourish ourselves. When I say nourish, I don't just mean food. though a healthy breakfast matters. Nourishment is about caring for yourself on every level, body, mind, and spirit. Because the truth is, if you don't fill yourself first, you can't pour into your work, your relationships, or your goals. You can't give your best if you begin the day depleted. Let's start with the body. Think about it. Your body has been fasting all night. It's been repairing, restoring, and working silently as you sleep. When you wake, it needs fuel. Yet many people skip breakfast or grab something processed on the go, leaving their body undernourished and their mind foggy. A simple glass of water, a piece of fruit, or a balanced meal can dramatically change your energy levels. The right nourishment in the morning isn't indulgence, it's preparation. It tells your body, I value you, I need you strong today. But nourishment doesn't stop at food. Your mind also needs feeding. How do most people feed their minds in the morning? With notifications, news headlines, or social media scrolls. And what does that diet give them? Anxiety, comparison, stress. Instead, what if you nourished your mind with something uplifting? 10 minutes of reading, journaling, or listening to a motivational podcast. Even a single positive thought can plant a seed that grows throughout the day, and then there's your spirit. Nourishment for the spirit doesn't always mean religion or formal meditation, though it can. It could be as simple as sitting in silence, watching the sunrise, whispering a prayer, or writing down a dream. Spirit is the part of you that longs for meaning, for connection, for quiet. When you nourish that part of yourself in the morning, you step into the day not just busy but grounded. Now, why do we neglect nourishment? Because we convince ourselves we don't have time. I'm too busy to eat. I don't have time to journal. I'll take care of myself later. But here's the paradox. By skipping nourishment, you lose time. You spend the day slower, more distracted, more drained. You can't focus in meetings. You snap at loved ones. You collapse in exhaustion by afternoon. Neglect steals more time than it saves. On the other hand, taking even 10 minutes to nourish yourself creates ripple effects. A healthy breakfast stabilizes your energy. A glass of water clears mental fog. A few positive words remind you of your strength. Suddenly, you're more productive, more creative, more resilient. Those few minutes of nourishment at the start of the day multiply into hours of better living. Let me give you a simple practice. Each morning, ask yourself 3 questions. Body, have I given myself fuel? Water, movement, or wholesome food? Mind, have I given myself focus? A positive thought, a learning moment, or clarity? Spirit, have I given myself peace, silence, gratitude, or connection? Even if you only choose one small action from each category, you will begin the day stronger, steadier, and more centered. Remember, success isn't built on neglect. It's built on nourishment. The most successful people don't run themselves dry. They protect their energy by feeding themselves first, because they know you cannot give from an empty cup. So tomorrow morning, instead of rushing out the door half-ass, leap, pause. Drink the water, eat something wholesome, read something that uplifts you, sit for a moment in gratitude, nourish yourself, don't neglect yourself. Because the way you care for yourself in the morning sets the tone for how you care for everything else that day. And when you begin nourished, you don't just survive your day, you thrive in it. My friends, the way you begin your morning is the way you begin your life, moment by moment, choice by choice. We often think success is built on big leaps, but in truth, it is shaped in the quiet rituals we choose each day, a grateful heart, a steady breath, a body awakened, an intention set, a self nourished. These aren't just morning routines. They are foundations for a life of clarity, resilience, and fulfillment. You don't have to transform your mornings overnight. Start small, one breath, one stretch, one kind word to yourself. One mindful pause before the rush, because when you give yourself these moments, you're not just shaping your morning, you're shaping the energy that carries into every task, every relationship, every challenge. The choice is always yours. You can wake up and let the world decide your tone, or you can wake up and decide it yourself. And when you choose mindfulness, you choose success, not the kind measured only by achievements, but by presence, peace, and purpose. So tomorrow, when you open your eyes, remember this. Your morning is not just the beginning of a day. It is the canvas of your life. Shape it with mindfulness and watch how beautifully your success unfolds. Thank you.